Tienen que ser.
¿Cómo? Babe, échame el huevo al chorizo.
Espérate, no te emociones,
Oh yeah. Así me gusta.
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
So for now, we're gonna head back to Coders of Texas and go pick up our billet grill. Maybe we'll put it in today. I gotta cut it to fit the custom grill that I made for it. So hopefully I don't mess that up. So now it's the next day. Today what I'm going to be doing is trying to cut this billet grill that I ordered. It's already been powder coated, but all I need to do is cut it along one of these slots to conform it to where it fits inside of both of these. Because originally this kit you're supposed to order, they sell this kit, this whole billet grill, and it comes with the 2 fillers that go off the side right here, and I believe they're supposed to stop right here. So you got to order those fillers, and then it replaces this centerpiece, and you have the whole mesh grill. But what I want to do is cut this one to where it's perfectly even all the way across, and I want to keep this center section. So the only problem I'm going to have with is that the only mounting points that there are at the very bottom and at the top. Usually they have some mounting points somewhere in the center, but unfortunately this one doesn't. I'm just gonna have to try to figure out a way to make it fit to where it bolts up in here. I might probably just use zip ties for now to hold it to this mesh part, but I'm gonna set it up on there and measure it to where I can fit half of it down here and fit the top half down here, and it'll be mesh on top and bottom, and then it'll cover up all this factory mesh, and it'll be that glossy black billet grill insert in there. This grill really came out really good. I should have gotten some pictures of it yesterday while it was still sunny, but this was like it was black on the inside, like in between on the sides, but on the face of it, it was brushed, so it was like a billet look to it. Since the front of the Yukon is all black and then the gold, I didn't think it would look good with that brushed aluminum look on the front of it, so that's why I had that powder coated black. I should have got some pictures of it before I sent it to get powder coated. But anyways, I'm gonna set up my camera somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm probably gonna just set it up so I can take some measurements. I'm gonna tape the top of this face of the grill off so I don't scratch it, probably all the way around too. And then break out the grinder, cut it up, and then figure out how I'm gonna mount it and see how it looks. Yeah, I took it back again. The same guys that powder coated the tank for the Silverado is the ones that powder coated the grill, the Coaters of Texas. I'll link their information down below. Check them out. They're here on the north side of Houston, and they do some pretty good work so far. I mean, that's the only thing I've had powder coated was the tank and this, but I've known a couple of my buddies from work. They've had some stuff done to their cars, and it's always come out really good. They've done a bunch of vehicles for SEMA, so you know their work is going to be top of the line. So, all right, so I'm just going to set up my camera here and get ready to cut up my grill. Hopefully this doesn't mess up. Hopefully I don't mess it up, because this does take 2 to 3 weeks to build apparently, because they're built to order. So if I mess this one up, I'm gonna have to wait probably another month and a half to get another one, and then get that sent to get powder coated again. So wish me luck. I'm gonna set up the camera here and let's see how this comes out. Okay, so after carefully reading the instructions, second plan, what I'm going to do actually instead is I'm going to have to cut the inner mesh out of this factory grill, and I have to cut it down to this edge, like just cut the mesh right where it meets this flat part, not the grill itself, but this inner flat piece of the mesh grill. And I'm going to have to do that all the way around. So instead, I guess what I'm going to do is use my Dremel and use that to cut all the way around the mesh. Hopefully I don't mess this up, because it's going to be hard to replicate again. I mean, it wasn't too hard, but I really don't want to do it again. All right, so I just got an idea of how I want to do this, because like I said, I want to leave that center molding on, and I need to get rid of this center section of the billet grill. But the side of this grill is supposed to sit on the inside of here where the mesh used to be, kind of like this right here. See how it sits right flush with it? And here obviously it's not going to fit because of the stock molding. So what I think I'm going to do is, hopefully my Dremel will cut through it. If not, I'm gonna have to do this at work. But what I think I want to do is cut the billet grill on each side right here and leave that rod in the middle. And I'm gonna do that all through here, cut all these fins out in the center, but leaving that center rod. And then what I'll do, let's see if I can take this out, right where the rod would go, I'm gonna mark it. And then let me set this aside. Like, say if the rod is right here, what I'll do is I'll take my Dremel and notch the grill here and up here where that rod is going to be, so the rod sits down in flush with the grill, and that way I don't have to use any zip ties right here in the center, and they'll mount where it's supposed to. Right, it's supposed to mount here like this here on the bottom, and I forgot how it mounts at the top, but it'll mount normally like it should on the top. But I think that's what I'm going to try now, is I'm going to set it up on here and mark the little inserts that I'm going to have to cut out with blue tape, and cut those out. Hopefully it comes out with the Dremel. If not, I'll have to pick this back up tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll take this to work tomorrow, cut it off, and I'll film it cutting it off at work. And then I might just take the whole grill. If my wife doesn't have to use the Yukon tomorrow, I'll just take the whole grill and do this at work. But I'm gonna try to attempt to do it first with the little Dremel. Okay, so as you can see now, I actually messed up on one of them, or a few of them actually, and I nicked the edge of one of the bars on the top and bottom, but it is what it is. I messed up on that. But anyways, I got the center fins out, and now what I'm going to do is mark on the inside where I have to make that notch for the grill to slide into. So this rod is going to have to slide into it. I'm actually might have to remove this top one because it might not fit, because even this one is like too close, but I don't want to cut it too much, because if I lift it, it kind of comes up on this right here. So what I might do is just cut off this top one so I can scoot it down a little bit more. But I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to wait off on it until I get those notches cut out. All right, well, I've been working on this for quite a few hours now, and I think I'm to the stopping point, but it didn't come out as good as I thought it would have. Keep in mind, this grill wasn't made intentionally to fit the way I'm trying to do it. If I would have done it how it's supposed to, it probably would have came out a little bit better. but because I wanted to keep this, it just made it a little bit more difficult to try to even squeeze it in there and then modify the grill to make it fit. But I'll flip the camera around and show you guys how it came out and what I don't like about it. Okay, so here it is. It's all together. I mean, you will still be able to see this notch in there. Not as much. I mean, from this angle, it looks good. Like you probably wouldn't even complain about it. But as picky as I am, and then once you stand it up, like you'll be able to see in there where all the old mesh was. And I thought the grill was going to be able to cover that. But keep in mind, like I said, this grill was not intentionally made to be fitting like this. This grill was supposed to get rid of this center bar on the grill, but I wanted to keep that bar. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I'm sure later I can probably like sand that down and paint it to kind of match like this upper piece. But I mean, it didn't come out as clean as I was hoping, but it is what it is. For now, I guess I'll just leave it like that. And like I said, I'll either see if I can find another grill that fits better, or another grill that I could make fit. But the only reason I got this one was because most of the other grills will have the fins right here cut out because of the bow tie. And the reason I got this one was I figured I could have just cut the center fins where the center bar goes. That way it fits mine. Because I wanted to keep this, because it took me a while to make this center bar flush like it is. So I'm gonna go throw that on the truck right now. It is raining a little bit, so I will have to set my camera up out here or inside the garage on that cooler. But I'm just gonna go ahead and slap it on and see how it looks on the car and how it looks outside. Alright, see what I mean? From far away, it doesn't look too bad. But probably once you get up close to it, you'll be able to see all that cut mesh where the old one used to be. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably come back out and paint that piece, because I really don't like how this came out. Like I said, I assumed the mesh was gonna come out all the way out to this edge, to where you wouldn't be able to see as much. But you see what I mean? But oh well, it is what it is for now. It looks good from far away. I think that's all gonna be for now. I'll pick it up back some other day, because if I paint it in this weather, it's not gonna dry. So that's going to be it for today. Like I said, I didn't intend for the install of this grill today. I was actually hoping that I was going to be able to do the alarm in that front windshield tint yesterday, but that didn't end up happening, so that's why I'm doing that today. And I really haven't had anything to upload, because this right now is ready to start working on, but I need to start building my frame, like I mentioned before, my table, my level table, so I can build the frame on. And work right now has been busy, so I haven't had the time to take the time off of work to go pick up the steel tubing that I'm gonna have here and go get my welding gas. I'm not gonna end up getting the Lincoln MIG welder and TIG welder and all that stuff like I mentioned before I was wanting to get. I'm just gonna right now use my Hobart, and I just use that on the bench that I'm gonna build to see how good it is. However, I did get a new gun for this, because that was the only problem with this one, was that when I was using it at work one day, the gun fell and the nozzle just slips up over the tip of the gun, and somehow the the gas nozzle slipped off, and I never ended up finding it. And the trigger has been going bad every now and then, so I just figured I'd spend, I think that gun was like 115 bucks instead of buying a brand new $400 welder. So we'll be using that welder for now. So if I don't have anything to film, I think the next thing what I'm going to do is start tearing the 6.0 and the 4L80. I mean, not take the 4L80 apart, but just take it off of the engine so I can put it on my engine stand. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I haven't had time to go pick up the tubing to build the bench here in my garage for my new frame. So if you guys are ever wondering what I do for a living, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Sometimes I'm posting on there, well, the majority of the time I'm posting on there what I do, like what I'm working on, and give you guys an idea of how I'm able to afford all this mess, because it's not mommy and daddy funded. So yeah, I'll put my Instagram right here. Make sure you guys give it a follow, and hopefully I'll start building this frame here pretty soon, and because I'm ready to slap those wheels on. I'm sure most of you guys are ready to keep seeing more of this build, but you kind of have to wait for some of the money to come in, because right now work is busy, so I really don't want to take off of work to be at home spending the money. So right now I'm going to take advantage of work while it's busy, and then start saving up money to start spending on this little project. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.